this thing that is trending on the internet, Mr. Ibu and his
Yeah, so
family
that was what we were thinking
brouhaha,
about,
you
that
know.
we decided to talk about this stuff today.
Exactly, like how did Mr. Ibu let all these things like transpire? Like what had he told his adopted daughter that will make this
How
kind
disrespect
the
this his
wife
wife
in
so
this manner?
much.
Like, hey guys, good day. You're welcome to our YouTube channel. It's your girls Naomi and
Girl, for
yeah, I don't know what we'll say here, but okay. So today we'll be talking about something very important in relationships, especially marriages, and that is disrespecting um your relatives or your friends disrespecting your spouse. This spouse is your spouse,
the spouse is spouse
your
is
spouse. Yes, a lot of times, so many people, this is something that is actually rampant because we will see different gist on the gram, of how this lady complains of how her in-laws disrespect her and her husband cannot do anything. And it's not, this thing doesn't just happen to women alone. There are even some marriages and relationships where the men are also actually being disrespected by the woman's people. But men now, there are a lot of men don't know how to come online or come out safe and express their feelings, which is something we should also talk about. In this part of the world, you hardly see, they've brought up our men in a way that, or more, it's like it's wrong for men to even express how they feel. But anyway, that's going to be a topic for another day. But we're talking about your family, your relatives, your friends disrespecting your partners, and it's almost like you don't do anything about it. So let's why you laughing?
I'm almost wanting to say that, well, she's going to do more of the talking because she's the married one here, but I mean, this has nothing to do with to be married or not. It's something that even happens both in relationships
Yes,
and
yes,
of course in relationships too, because you see that some guys or some girls allow their friends to disrespect their boyfriends
yes,
or their
exactly,
girlfriends.
exactly. And even that, of course, relationship leads to
Leads to
marriage.
marriage.
So that means it actually started in the relationship, before they now finally say, okay, let's come together as man, as wife. So now I think this stuff is what you actually allow, that finally leads to this. If you didn't stop it when you guys were dating, it's going to be hard to
Curtail it,
yes,
or even stop itself
exactly,
when
when you get married. Yeah. So it's just direct, just straight to the point. Like, you should stop allowing your people disrespect your partner. Is wrong. And a lot of times, this is actually because of you as a person. Your family, your friends, your relations have seen that, okay, you sef, you don't respect your partner, so why should we also
respect the
respect
person,
them? Yeah, so I think it's just how you portray your
the partner.
partner to the people. So my friend,
What do I think?
what do you think? What do you have to say?
So I just feel like when you're looking out for a partner, you should look out for someone that respects you, because that's one, like, it's a very major green flag.
Yeah, yeah,
Someone that
yeah, yeah,
respects you,
yeah.
someone that, let's even, of course, love is there, but respect. In as much as you're in a relationship or in a marriage with somebody, you should also have your boundaries, right?
Yes,
There are some
exactly.
things that, oh, I can't take this anymore. This is not it. You should have that, set that in place. That's even one of the that's one of the advantages of healthy marriage, or
Yes.
that is one part of having a healthy
Relationship,
relationship,
yeah.
by having boundaries
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that being said, okay, as I was saying, if you have respect for your partner,
Yes.
you will not even disrespect them in front of your relatives.
Yes.
We've heard of a gist that apparently the guy, the girl, she was like, oh, that she's this person that she knows that she's not so much of a beautiful lady.
Yeah, yeah.
of course she knows she's a very smart, brilliant, and every other thing, but when it comes to physical beauty,
Yeah, yeah.
she doesn't have it. She has told herself, she has accepted her fate, not until she met this guy and they got married. But the guy kept telling her that, oh, don't worry, you're a beautiful girl. So it actually helped boost her confidence.
Yeah.
And then one of those days his friends came to visit. They were at the living room gisting. The next thing, she went to make food for him. So she was now coming downstairs at Abba to tell them that, oh, the food is ready. That was how she now heard her husband's friend saying, "Omo, but that your what of that your something like that your wife no fine no, or that your wife wey dey like there's a way he said it sha, but he was actually referring to her physical appearance. And the husband that was sitting there, they were all laughing. He was laughing with them. See,
No
she was
way.
so devastated. She
No
was like,
way.
but I know say na so I dey. Why you come dey give me hope say no worry oh, you
And
fine oh.
even if they give me hope, if I'm not there, you should still stand up for me. Yes.
So I think in that case, I think the guy had already had that conversation with his friends. Like, if I na don't tell them say, "Omo, this my
Na
babe."
him allow am.
Na they don dey talk and say this girl no fine no. Na him allow her, him don even agree say no worry. Maybe she get other things to cover up, or but she sha
Yeah.
no fine. But how will you be seated there? Your friend will say such mean thing about your partner, and you were even laughing. If that girl vex carry to sample for all of her food, now wetin una go talk? So I mean that's one aspect of
Yes.
all of
Yes,
this,
yes,
right?
yes.
So yeah, that being said, I think that's one angle of it. But for you though, how do you think we can caution our partners to not allow disrespect in our home?
Okay,
Or
how I think one other thing people should understand, if you're married to someone, if you're dating someone and you don't like something, be outspoken about it. Like, if something happens, be able, okay, for example, let me say you go to your partner's family house, your in-laws house, and maybe one of his sisters makes a statement, and you don't like it, and there and then your husband, do not like caution his sister. After then, I'm not saying you should like shout there. Of course you can't do that, that's just a no no. But when you live there, don't just swallow it. Sit your husband down, talk to him, let him know that, babe, this thing that was said, I didn't like it. you know and of course they said it in your presence and you couldn't even stand up for me. Please, I like, talk about it, make him know that you're hot, and it should be something that should not be repeated. Now him, if he's a good person, if she's a good person, of course they know that they don't want their partner to feel sad about anything. When next they're in a gathering and any of his or her siblings makes a statement that
is the
is demeaning to you, of course there and then he's going to caution them. Or maybe if the sibling is older than him, after then he will call him aside and be like, bros, sis, this thing you said about my partner, I don't like it. So I think we should be outspoken, when we don't like something. So that's just one of it. And I know why I said you should even be outspoken is that we all grew up in different environments, different backgrounds. There are some people that I tell you that their family, all they do is yab each other. See you, it's your k-leg, you, like, it's normal for them. But you now, it might not be normal for you, like,
Yeah, because to them it's just a normal thing that we say now. They don't find it offensive.
exactly.
Not knowing that they might tell you you'll see your K-leg. But me that is coming from the outside, and you're telling me see my K-leg, and this K-leg is something that I've been battling, that is one of my insecurities.
Exactly.
It's going to trigger me.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Exactly.
So you should be able to
Yeah, be outspoken.
Yeah.
Let your partner know that this thing that was said, him now or she now, she might take it as a normal thing.
Yeah.
So that's why she won't caution them. But you that, of course, you don't like it, just be outspoken and let them know that, okay, you do not like it. And please, if your partner tells you that they do not like something, please, even if some people, when you even tell them that you don't like so and so, they still feel a certain way about it, like there's nothing in it,
you're being too
you're being,
sensitive and
yes, but
defensive.
please don't do that. If your partner has told you, I do not like this, try and work on it. It's very important, especially when they've told you once, twice, you don't expect them to keep repeating and repeating and repeating. Try to change, try to help them. So another thing again I want to talk about is, I don't know if you said it earlier,
Uh,
people should stop. Okay, I think you started with it, but people should stop talking about their spouses in demeaning ways in front of other people. Like, there's an article I saw that they said, if your family, your in-laws don't like you, or your husband or wife's friends don't like you, check that your partner, it must have been something he or she said that is making them have that feeling
impression
towards
about
you.
you. Sorry to cut you. Things like this, it's more like when we have issue, right? Or I have issue with my partner and I'm running to come and meet you. Oh, yeah, now me look at what my partner did, or you want to tell your parents look at what my partner did. Of course, your family members, they are there to support and abuse the person.
Exactly.
However, after that scenario, you go back to your partner, you settle your partner, you are all lovey-dovey again. Your family members or your friends,
They won't
they will
forgive
not
that
forget.
easily. Exactly.
They will not, whenever they see him, they will see him as that, okay, look at this person, especially when it comes to cheating. Now, we are not advocating for cheating, no, but if your partner goes out to nurture you, now, of course, you're heartbroken. We are not saying you should not say anything. That sometimes you just want to say some things and free your chest. But learn how not to just be saying why everything. Instead,
Yes.
go and even meet his own family members. Go and meet her own family members. The person that has hurt you, meet their own family members. Let the family members settle it down. Everything you're running to your own family
In a
member.
relationship, sorry, it's you and your partner, not you, your partner, and
And
your
the
mom, or you, your partner, and your bestie. No. So it's not everything, yes, that you go up and start telling
We are
people.
doing bestie oh, but I bet it's not everything that we tell each other. Of course, when
Correct.
when they have to do with family, it's not everything at all. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to see finish. This one is not
Exactly.
even. Is me. If she tells me anything now that, oh, my husband, look at what my husband done, no, I will support her. She's my friend. But
That is it.
of course, there are some cases that I'm going to
Of
call her out.
course, of
Oh,
course, I say this
this
and
one,
this
no.
and this, of course.
But if it's a deep case, I will support her. And by the time she has come out of that, she's now very good with her husband.
Exactly.
I will still be looking at him in that light.
Exactly.
And that is going to bring about the disrespect we are talking about. So you too, as a married man and as a married woman, there, or even you in a relationship, there are some things that happens in a relationship that you're not.
A lot of things. Just try and settle between you and your partner. Don't go about telling your family everything or your friends everything.
They will not forget.
I'm telling you, they won't forget
And
you.
it's going to now bring about disrespect.
Exactly. You know, there's something about you being in a relationship and in a marriage. We are in love with each other, meaning that we forgive each other easily. But you don't expect your mom or your dad or your sister, brother, friends to forgive your partner the way they are not in love with your partner.
So
You are the one that is in love. So it's not today you come, my partner said my head is big. Tomorrow you come, my partner did this. Like, you just keep telling them everything that happens in your relationship. You keep telling them, and then you think that when they see him, they'll like want to be nice. Of
accord him
course,
that
no,
respect or
they'll be
nice
cold
to him.
towards him. So at that point, you now want to try to but it has passed.
It has not passed though. Someone like this person that can carry people's matter on her head. Don't try it with this one. You don't buy my enemies well.
I'm telling you. So that's just it. Just don't like wash your partners like in front of your people. It's not good. There's something that my husband did then we're even dating. Said that till today. Sometimes when I think about it, I'm like, okay, this one now green flag. That this one carry my matter for head. So basically, then we're dating. I was at his place and a friend of his came around, and I wanted to make. There was stew in the house. I said, let me boil rice, since the friend was around so that he would eat something. And then when I got into the kitchen, I turned on the gas and I realized that the gas had finished. So, now gas cooker, there's an electric part, and that's okay. Since there was
Right.
light, let me just use the electric part. And then my guy, he was doing something in the room. Maybe he was in the toilet. I can't even remember. So I was like, when he comes, I'll just tell him. Let me just quickly sharply boil the rice. So as I washed the rice and put it on the electric gas, at that moment his friend wanted to throw something in the trash, so he entered inside the kitchen. As he entered inside the kitchen, he saw me like putting the rice on the electric gas, and what he said was, now me wan finish my guy money. You know say electricity dey like, say the
Electricity dey
electricity dey
express
like the bill
bill.
there. And then I didn't even know that my husband, then boyfriend, was even like entering the kitchen. And when he heard, he was like, guy, I no understand, na your money, why you dey ask her that kind question, abeg shift. Like the way he said
They
it.
say husband material season 8.
I mean, if it was some people now, they'll say, no mind, and so she dey
They
do.
waste
But the
their
fact
money.
that he was like, na your money, like how that one take concern you if my babe dey use. Do you get? So after his friend walked on, I was babe, the gas don finish. I was like, he just finished. Okay, no wahala. Let me just rush and go and buy it while that is now that his friend now. Even another day, his friend now be mindful of the kind of things, because he don see say, okay, this one now, no fit just talk anything about this girl anyhow for this one. So you guys learn to back your partners. Even if, let me say, in public your partner does something that you don't like, don't just shade them there sef. Wait, when you partner in private, at least you talk about it. And this also brings us to this thing that is trending on the internet, Mr. Ibu and his
Yeah, so that was what we were thinking about, that
you know.
we decided to talk about this stuff.
Exactly. Like, how did Mr. Ibu let all these things like transpire? Like, what has he told his adopted daughter that will make
How disrespect
the
this
wife in this
so
manner?
much.
Like,
Even though your wife is a witch, even though your husband is a wizard, it's better that you not say, I'm not doing again, or call his family members or her family members, because for her to have that infantry to be doing all of those ceremony and drama, feeding all those movies online,
talking about the woman in
a very demeaning way.
Exactly.
Like I said, even if she's a witch, it's not in her place to do that. You're not even a family member, you are adopted. So it's the man now that has given her that right.
Exactly.
He has made that finish to be very
you don't wash the wife. Exactly.
The
wife don't get levels for the girl front again.
You don't enter the matter. And the thing is, we need to be very careful. Men, women, you have to be very careful, because the thing wey go even, God forbid, nothing go do that man, but any way go say wey go kill that man, no go even be saying that they amputate him leg. Like, do you know what it is when you have two people fighting?
When there's war in your home. Exactly.
Because then now they're even feeding you, cannot even talk. If they even give you what you're not supposed to give you cannot even say. Now that maybe the girl now be doing, shebi is not your money, shebi you want to carry the wife might come and say, shebi you wan carry adopted daughter. Today he cannot say anything.
And honestly, I know they are saying it's adopted daughter, this that, but with the way everything is going, it's beginning to look like there's something else
for an adopted daughter.
Exactly, there's something else involved, because of course rumor has it out there. You guys have seen the rumor, you guys must have heard about it, that because that level of disrespect is just too much. That's why I say, dear men and women, please be mindful of what you say about your partners outside. And this also comes to those of you where una leg no dey stay for one place. You want to carry side piece. This because even now women sef dey do their own. You have side baby boy, you as the man you have side baby girl. If you want to do, I'm very much against the whole idea of having an affair outside your relationship or marriage. But since you say you cannot respect yourself and you want to do, abeg, just do and leave your family out of it. Do and leave your wife or your husband out of it. You don't have to start telling your side piece, exactly, my wife is a this, my wife is a that. Whereas you go back tomorrow and still go and sleep under your wife's chest,
and you will still chop her food though.
Exactly.
You're not even scared. Or you say my husband is he's not emotionally available for me. Why not discuss this with them? This this is why some girls that are decide whatever, and the men, they will carry their phone and
Exactly.
call your
I
wife
have the audacity
to tell your wife, disrespect her and even abuse her very well.
Do you know, I've actually heard a story of this lady that reached out to her husband's side piece, and like telling the girl that please leave my husband alone. Now this girl washed this, like she washed the
The only
wife.
thing wey go give her that effrontery na
Now
say
the man,
the
wait
husband
now,
don go
let me
come.
finish.
Okay.
After she called the call, the side piece called the man. Do you know that when this man got home, he said raining abuses on his wife? How dare you call her? Hey, my girl. Oh,
That's
people are
another
going through a lot.
that's another topic for another day. But really, if you're somebody that, if you have issues with your partner,
Yeah.
try and resolve it.
Yeah.
Resolve it with your partner.
Yeah.
I mean, it's even better that you go days without talking to each other if that's the only way you can heal. But you see this habit of every little thing.
Yeah.
It's not even every little thing. Of course, little things I can come and tell you and all of that. But there are some deep things that you know that you sit
Even
down.
the little things, because now the little things they
They-
build. If you want to talk about your partner, talk more about the good things
Have you met me?
than the bad things. Yes,
Have you
there's
met
a
me?
reason why.
Hmm.
To avoid this see finish, make them not see your partner.
I swear, with me
finish.
sometimes when I'm even talking about my partner, I used to be scared that, okay, are you sure I'm not overdoing this thing? Like, is it? I'm making it look like this thing is so perfect and
But
all of that.
he's
But
good.
he's actually perfect like that.
Yeah,
you know?
he's good. Exactly.
It's not like it's not like I do not have my flaws. It's not like he does not have his flaws. But we should always leverage on the positive things whenever we are discussing our partners to our friends
Yes.
and our family.
But mind you, sorry, if you want to talk about your what, like, of course, some of you say, but there are some kind of things we just can't keep to ourselves. Yeah, if you're going through things like domestic violence and all those very terrible things, please
Yeah,
voice
speak
it out.
out.
Yes, but that is not the part we're talking about. We're talking about every other
But have you ever
argument.
noticed that it's the domestic violence one that they do not voice out? It's the ones that are not relevant that they tell you. Have you not noticed?
So and another thing again, just to curb these things a little, when you have, for example, now when you're married, and you have your family over, please let your family members not overstay their welcome. You get, I know some of you say, okay, what of the ones that our family has to stay with us due to some certain avoidable reasons. Of course that is okay, but if your family members have their homes, abeg, let them just come 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, highest a month. Let them be going back to avoid all this see finish. It's you and your husband, it's you and your wife and your children. This is to avoid a lot of unnecessary things.
Drama.
But even if your extended family has to be around you, please, then when you and your wife or you and your husband are having issues, try as much as possible to not address it in the presence of your extended family members or your friends. If it's something that you guys, take it to your room, and work on it. You don't have to start shouting and insulting and doing all sort of rubbish in front of, because when that one goes now, he's going to tell
the other
family members,
yeah.
and they're already going to feel a certain way about this your partner. You now, you go come forgive the partner, but it will always be
impression is
there.
there.
Exactly. So please, you guys should really
And so lastly, when you're getting into a relationship or that will lead to marriage, right? I know when we are at that stage, we always say, oh, we are in love and all of that. But please make sure that your family members are on your side. I don't know how you want to do it. Look out for things like that, because that is one of the major
families
of your partner. Yeah,
because that is very important.
That is where most of these issues come from. When they don't like you, as you say, we love each other,
and so there's some people that they just don't like your partner for any reason, even if like you've not disrespected your partner, even if you like carry your partner like god or egg. Some people, they always find reason to just hate your partner.
That's what I'm saying. So if you know that you're in a relationship like that, I know that, oh, we love each other and all of that, but I swear to God, you've not met people. They are thousands of people out there that their families are ready to accept and love you the way you are. Because where your problem will start from is when you now go into a relationship or marriage where your
I think we
partners,
should talk about this
as another topic here, but where your partners do not like you, they are going to talk down on you at every given opportunity, whether your husband or your wife likes it or not. So these are the things too that you should look out for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So to end it all, please, dear men, dear women, stand up for your partners. You know, if they are not there, talk good things about them. Do not
Important.
talk bad about them in front
Important.
of other people. Always be willing to back your partners up. You know, in a gathering with different people, stand up for them. You know, if you see someone doing something that is not nice to your partner, be vocal about it. Don't let them disrespect your partner in any way. Please, it also says a lot about you as a person.
Yeah.
You know, if you allow other people to disrespect your partner. So guys, thank you for joining on today. The gist with we should have called our YouTube channel the gist with Naomi and
You can
Delta.
still change it after now.
Okay, so hope you guys got one or two things, you know, from this discussion.
Yeah, tell us what you think about it.
Yes.
Drop your comments. We'll be really happy to go read them, and other people too will learn from it.
Yes.
If you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe,
Yeah.
like, comment, share. And for returning subscribers, we love you so much. We are great. We are grateful. Till next time, see you. Bye.
Bye.